Welcome everybody. We're going to be going over the Phantom 3 Advanced here that I got off of Facebook Marketplace for 50 bucks. Came with this sweet case. It's got most of the stuff. It's got all the stuff. I think one of the batteries doesn't work, but we're going to go through it all here in this video. Take it for a test flight, see how it goes. I was watching this for a while on Facebook Marketplace. It started out at $175 and then she went down to $100, and she was mentioning that it didn't fly, and that's all she said, is that it didn't fly. So I decided to send her a message when it was at $100, and she was like, just make an offer, I really don't know what this is worth. So I got to talking with her, and I think she has an Android phone was really the problem. All my stuff's Apple based, so a little bit better compatibility for the app, I guess. I was looking online and people were having trouble because DJI doesn't update stuff for this one anymore. So I decided for 50 bucks, I offered her 50 bucks and she accepted. So I decided for 50 bucks, I'd roll the dice and see what I could do. And I think it worked out pretty well for me. So let's open this case and see what we got. Alrighty, so let's open it up, see what we got for 50 bucks. Definitely a heavy duty case. Missing the top foam, but not gonna cry about that. First we've got our drone here. Seems to be in pretty good shape. I've checked it out. Did notice some little cracks right here on this arm. Little crack right there. Nothing major. I mean, it's still sturdy. One thing I did notice is putting SD cards in it. They go right here underneath this little piece of tape that I've got. First, when I was putting it in, I would just push it and it would spring right back out, and you know, it wouldn't stay in there. So consulted the internet and found that if you push it in with your fingernail and push it down a little bit, it'll kind of stay. Well, not kind of stay, it does stay. So I don't really trust that, and I don't want to lose an SD card when it just flies out or something. So I put a little piece of tape on there to make sure, you know, that it stays in there. I have tested this. The camera gimbal works great. Everything's good. It was missing a couple of these little spacers, but there was some included in this package. So there we've got our drone. But yeah, did come with 2 batteries. This one here is good to go. This one here, not so much. So if anybody out there knows how to maybe bring this thing back to life, do let me know. Otherwise, I'll probably buy a battery or 2 on eBay. I think you can get them for around $50, $75, somewhere in there. You can get off brands for a little bit cheaper. Not sure I want to go that route, but you know, they're not super expensive. These are original batteries, so can't expect too much, I guess. Let's see, so got that. We've got charging cord. It's all here. This is kind of cool. I wish DJI did stuff kind of like this still, but I mean, they do similar stuff, but anyhow, kind of compact. This here is for the controller, and then this right here plugs into the batteries. It says online that you're not supposed to charge them at the same time, the battery and the controller, but I didn't seem to have any trouble. But if anybody knows why I shouldn't be doing that, please let me know. And we've got our controller. So controller, it works well. All the sticks are great. Takes a charge, holds battery life, doesn't seem to have any problems. It's a little, this part here is a little loose. I think I'm just going to super glue it. This antenna was a little weird, so I super glued that. But yeah, I think I'll just super glue that back on there. No big deal. I did order, this doesn't really fit my phone. I'll show you. Like that, you know, it doesn't really fit in there at all, and it doesn't rotate either. So that doesn't really help me. But I did order off of Adorama a new one of these that just bolts on in place of this that'll actually hold my iPad Pro. So that's pretty cool. I actually prefer to fly it with the iPad on these types of drones. I've got a Air 3S that has the RC2 controller with the screen built in. That's pretty nice. I like that. That thing is, you know, it's just easy to get out and go fly. You don't have to fool with hooking up your phone. But even for that one, I also got some cords and things to be able to use my iPad Pro as the display for that. Probably sitting on a tripod or something. But those will be in future videos when they arrive. But yeah, this all works well. Battery's good in it. Not much else to say about that. This is a cable this is mine. This didn't come with it, but this is actually what I'm going to use to fly it here later in this video. USB-A to USB-C cable. And I've flown it with my phone, and that worked just fine. Today, I think I'm going to fly it with the iPad Pro on the tripod. See how that goes. Allows me to play with some of my other toys too, some tripod mounts and things. What else we got in here? Cool DJI bag. This is a whole set of propellers, and these are actually brand new. Plastic still over them. These have never been installed on the drone, so that's nice. Those are just pristine. And this is a little wrench for, I'm guessing that's to like take off the gimbal or maybe the motors or something. I don't know. I've never had to mess with that yet. And then some more of these shock absorbers for the camera's gimbal. So that's pretty handy to just have. And also got a whole set of DJI propellers that are, these are the ones I've been using. I've looked them over. It's like a little bit of grass stain on them or something. I mean, and with the crack, a couple little cracks in the arms there, I feel like probably this has been crashed before. I don't know. It works fine, so it's hard to really say. I know sometimes you can just brush a tree with the propellers or brush a tree limb and it'll stain them. So maybe that's what happened. I don't know. These are a set of carbon fiber blades. These ones are much stiffer than the originals. This one here is missing the tip. I have flown it with these before. This is actually what I flew it with first. And there were no problems. I mean, if it flies fine, no reason to throw them away. So we'll just put all that in there. So something cool with these propellers is they're kind of idiot proof. They kind of can't go on the wrong way. If you notice, two of them have black dots or black centers, and the other two have silver centers. And they'll only go one direction. They'll only go on. And it's little diagrams which way to spin them there. And I can't remember which is which, so I just see which ones will go on spinning in that direction. So that one doesn't go there. Silver one. That's where that goes. So once you got your first one on, you know your other silver one's going to go diagonal to it. And there are people probably out there that know way more about this than me. I mean, I'm sure of it, and that's fine. But feel free to leave me tips. Chime in here. My Air 3S is similar to this. I'm coming from a Mini 2. Air 3S, they clip on. Pretty cool system, but you can't, it's impossible to put them on the wrong arms. Just like that. And I will be making a video comparing the Air 3S to this Phantom 3 Advanced, which I know first thing you're thinking, well, there's no comparison. I mean, this one's, I don't even know, 10 something years old or so. I'd have to look it up. But anyhow, do remember when this came out, this was state of the art. This was the best drone that you could buy at the time. So it's no slouch. It's still pretty cool. Films in HD. I don't think this one's geo-fenced yet. I haven't really tested it. I mean, I'm not going to test the geo-fencing, but when I would fly my Mini 2 and when I fly my Air 3S, I live kind of near the airport here in Homer, and there's a big track. That's what I call it. I don't know. When you look at the maps on the Air 3S, there's a big restricted zone that you can't fly into, which makes sense. That's the flight path for taking off and landing. But that doesn't show up on this map for the Phantom. So if I fly near it, it doesn't give me any warnings, which is weird. Because on Air 3 or Air 3S, it definitely is like makes the drone stop. You couldn't fly into it if you wanted to. So I guess that's a good thing. So I'm going to get the iPad hooked up and get everything set up here and take this thing for a flight. Alright, so I've got everything connected here. I'm not sure if the iPad is showing up on the camera screen or not, but that's what I'm going to be using to fly it today. I can see it, obviously, but I'm also screen recording the iPad in case you can't see it. We'll add that in there. So, drone's turned on. Controller's obviously turned on. Connected here with the regular old USB-A to USB-C to my iPad Pro. This says radio channel quality poor. I don't know about all that. I mean, it seems like it's fine. It says aircraft battery is 96%. Showing, it's blipping up there, strong interference. So we'll see what happens here. GPS mode. All right. So I'm flying it with the DJI Go app. I'll do a screenshot of that in the Apple App Store of which one to use because it's a little confusing. There's a couple of different ones.
The home point has been emptied. Take off.
All right. So I've got it spun up. Left stick up. It's weird, it's a little shaky with those props. So yeah, it's drifting a little bit. It's, you know, I don't know. I've never owned one of these. You guys that know more about these, tell me if that's what it should be doing. Like, it's losing altitude now, and I'm not doing anything on the sticks. See, it pretty much landed itself right there. But I mean, it flies well. It's a little, screen's a little bit laggy. I don't know if you can see that on the camera or if you can see it in the screen recording. You should be able to see it in the screen recording, but I'm only, how far away? 115 meters, I think. Yeah, I don't know. Seems like the transmission's not that good, but you know, I don't know. There's a big 5G cell tower. We'll see if we can turn the drone around and point at it. Somewhere. Yeah, just there to the left. Nope, not there. Yeah, weird. It's being kind of laggy. Just gonna go ahead and fly back a little closer to me. Don't quite trust this one yet. My Air 3S, I don't have any problems sending in on some missions. But you know, for 50 bucks, I'm pretty happy with it. This isn't the first time I've flown it. I've flown it a few times and it did a little bit better, I thought, transmission-wise. But I was in a place with a little bit less interference. But like I said, I don't have those problems with my Air 3S. Which I did crash. That was 100% my fault. If you pop up here, I'll show you what I was trying to do. Way out there, you can see some boats anchored up, and I did a flight out and around the no-fly zone over there. And when I came back, I was looking for an airplane that was taking off and crashed, and sent it back. Had the DJI Care refresh, so actually literally just filmed the UPS truck, I'm pretty sure, delivering that. Now he's driving behind me, so that's pretty fun.